everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams who need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Manziel's Giants. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this week's team matchup.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Breeze out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The slot man in motion right. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Here's Sproles. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Breeze now on first. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the D-line's going to spread out. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Keenan Robinson in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Now the 8-year man out of SMU, Thomas Morstead, on to kick it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manziel. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. This offense has a lot to account for, but at the top of the defense's list is OBJ.
I'm not sure how you really game plan for him because no matter what you do, he finds a way to uncover himself downfield. And the speed gets it from his mom, a former sprinter at LSU.
Here's Manziel. And this one hauled in by willhdee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Now Manziel, and this will be incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle to Beckham. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Gun. They'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, willhdee. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him.
No run here with Vereen. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
So the opening drive for him here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manziel. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Giants will be set up with a 1st and goal.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They come out here in the eye. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Johnny Manziel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants add on to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now it's Sproles. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. halfback sent in motion. Breeze to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
While there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Breeze going to throw. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They come out here in the eye. They'll start out with a run by Vereen. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Johnson now, the fullback. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Here's Vereen. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They come up in an offset eye. Here's the former 7th-round pick, Rashad Jennings. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Manziel. It's brought in by Harris. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, here's Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. The reception good. For 7, it's third down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Breeze going to try and blitz coming, and down he goes. Keenan Robinson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT. To Shepard, complete over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it's good for a New York first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Dwayne Harris, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go now.
Manziel. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this time out. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll run again with Marine. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now Breeze. It's complete. Flainer, right side. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Breeze now on 1st down. He gets it to Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he motions the wide receiver. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Breeze. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's the big offseason signing from Miami, Olivier Vernon. In there to sack him for a loss of 6. The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They go play action here on first down. Out on the right, this is Cruz. That one goes for 24 yards. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. But a flag is down here. So hold on. Let's see what this is about. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So some disappointment there as the field goal falls short, and we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
All right, here we go.
Now Manziel. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue, line it out, Philly, here we go.
Manziel. Hard throw, incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken right around the 44. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And Cooks has it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming.
2 yards to go here on third down. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll go down at the 28. Second down now after the pass completion. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Breeze to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude. But I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Here's Manziel. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run. It's Vereen. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and
he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Three yards left to grab here on 3rd down. Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's now 4th and 3.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On the run, here's Vereen. And Vereen, sure-handed as he is, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now Manziel hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. And no way to get loose that time as Manziel goes down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
All right, here we go.
Manziel. This will be caught at the 2. And he's brought down after a good game. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Johnny Manziel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Well, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball. There you go.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On second down, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
3rd down now following the completed pass. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze going to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
7 yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go now.
Here's Manziel. A dump off to Vereen. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then schedule when they're moving the football, but would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
3rd down and 3.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. No. Check. Patriot.
This is Jennings. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
First and goal from the 8. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Breeze to throw on second down. It's complete. Flater, right side. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And quickly, they get to the line. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Fresh set of downs here. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. And he'll get it up the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Keenan Robinson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. The play faked in under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go.
Now Breeze got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And New York set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And this looks to probably be the final play. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutouts.